Episode 6 of Swami Says Small Business Tips. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about some interesting things. To start off with, you trust, expect to bust. What I'm trying to say is, and I touched on this a little bit within the last episode, but when you are assigning tasks to individuals, like I talked to you guys about the financial task, I am tossing out multiple lines because all the people that you work with within small business, you're going to be scrappy. You're not going to be able to hire professionals when it comes to legal work, when it comes to financial work, accounting work, right off the bat. It's going to be people that you know that are good at that stuff. So when you're paying them, tell 1, tell 2, tell 3, tell 4. It's just increasing your probability on getting it done. And another thing is definitely employees. When it comes to you trust, expect to bust. Do not trust your employees are going to put the right cash in anything. Do not trust they're going to get the job done. Do not trust that they're going to do shit right. Because if you don't trust them on all those factors, then you make the backup plans to save your ass when it comes to them fucking up. And if you don't think they're gonna fuck up, please don't do business, because they're gonna fuck up. Second small business tip. What we're talking about today is due diligence. So what I learned was with the Zuda delivery software, we were trying to make a software that did operations and logistics for food delivery services. We started off this concept. This was our first exposure to startups, and when we started off, we thought we did a decent amount of research in terms of the industry, but we did not go through 100 pages of Google, and that is due diligence when it comes to whatever concept you're going into. Is every multiple combinations of keywords, you better do 100 pages of Google on multiple sets of those. Because what we discovered is we thought we were one of the first restaurants, and this is literally embarrassing to tell you guys, but we thought we were one of the first restaurant delivery services to have ever started initially. And we come to find out, we had a meeting with someone within the industry, there's 450 other restaurant delivery services within the industry, which is where we came up with a vision for the software. Problem with that was we were born a couple years too late. There's people that have been doing food delivery services since 1999, 2000s-ish, and even earlier than that. So they were already on the game in terms of creating the software, but I will tell you, I'm using one right now, and I'm telling you that if you have a specific vision for something, and I'm in the industry doing food delivery services, nothing is so conducive to me that I'm in love with this software. I could still make mine, and make it more conducive for restaurant delivery services, make it more efficient for them, because there's a certain vision I have in mind, and the importance of craftsmanship, which we've talked about in preceding episodes, is integral. So if you go about it a certain way, you have a certain perspective on it, you can still make it work. But straying away from the topic, due diligence, do it in depth, figure out every component when it comes to pricing, when it comes to your small business, competition when it comes to your small business, every single thing that relates. And we'll put a list within here actually at the end that'll give you an easier idea of how to do that. Third small business tip that we're talking about today, creating business plans. And do you need to do them? Do you not need to do them? Startups, you need to do them. And you need to do them hardcore, mostly because the people you're going to be trying to invest are going to be looking pretty precisely at your numbers, your financial analysis, is how you calculated everything, how you determined what your demand was, what assumptions you had prior to going into the venture, how much is it going to cost, how are you going to make money, what's going to be your engagement percentage, what's going to be your lifetime value per user. All these things, you got to make a business plan. You got to have a mission statement. You got to have it layered in terms of this is an initial MVP prototype, this is end vision, and that needs to be articulated within the condensed document. Small business wise, yeah, you don't need a business plan for small businesses. And any entrepreneurship professor and shit that says that, they're an idiot. They haven't started a small business. You don't need a business plan because it's a waste of time and it's inefficient. And you don't need to flush out a damn executive summary that you're not going to show to any individual in the world. In terms of executive summary, all these things, you need to write down every thought that comes to your head. You need to basically, with small businesses, get the necessary and then basic logical information, which we'll also put a list within this video, but to highlight a few right off the bat. What is your local competition when it comes to small businesses? What is the pricing when it comes to local competition? What is the pricing when it comes to national, international competition? What types of marketing methods are other people using? What types of content are they talking about within your industry? What is new technological innovations going on? All these things are different segments of your business that you constantly have to be on the lookout for. So definitely it's necessary to, the biggest thing when I would do small business, number one thing, if I could just pick one thing that I could do, it would be competitive analysis on local competition and national competition and international competition. And I would take screenshots of everything that looked good in any context, when it comes to design, when it comes to pricing, when it comes to slogan, when it comes to whatever. I would go through, do a 250 company analysis on all three of those components, and then I'll have a clear picture in terms of what my vision is going to be and what take and what spin I'm going to put on it. Because know this, everyone does it, but everyone does have their own spin within doing it. Once you get in the industry, you'll understand the complexity within industries, within industries, and so on and so on. So like I was saying, next couple weeks, you guys expect to see something different. We've been doing a couple quick small business tips off the bat, get you guys acclimated to how we're going to be doing this process. But in the future, expect some guest speakers. Expect some little bells and whistles here and there in terms of concepts that we do and try out. And definitely, like we said initially, comment on the videos. Let us know what we did right, what you agree with, what you disagree with. Swami says, 6th episode, 3 business tips a week will keep your profit margins looking deep.